Police got a tip about the abandoned animals and rushed to the Purple-Hearted Puppies kennel in Somerdale. The mission, save as many of the starving dogs and cats as possible. Inside the house, police found several puppies who hadn't eaten or had water in more than a week. Outside in a shed, police scrambled to save the lives of dozens of starving cats.
All right, baby.
Okay.
Officers poured food into the cages as fast as they could.
They haven't been fed in 7 to 10 days, completely emaciated. One of the worst scenes I've seen in 28 years of wearing a uniform. It's terrible.
In a kennel behind the house, the nightmare got worse. Dozens of dead dogs, animals that had starved to death. Several cages had multiple dogs inside. In a horrifying act of survival, many animals became desperate.
Some of these animals have been forced to eat other animals to even survive. So, you know, there's a lot of sorry people in the world. These rank up there with the best of them.
The Purple-Hearted Puppies organization was also a boarding kennel. Horrified pet owners arrived to find their pets dead or dying.
I've never seen anything this bad. I'm going to have to say, may God never forgive them for the tragedy that they've created.
And what a heartbreaking story, Roseanne. You can tell I'm obviously pretty rattled right now. The owners actually face 200 animal cruelty counts. Local authorities will certainly throw the book at them when that happens. But ironically, joining me right now is my colleague Debbie Williams, and you were out here and the owners actually showed up.
They did around 9 o'clock this evening when in the middle of all this, Sharon Doucette drove up and was immediately started to be questioned by Chief Ingram. After they got through their initial questioning, we were able to ask the one question and get the answer that everybody wanted to know.
Can you tell us how all these animals died?
I thought my employee, was taking care of them, but he lied through his, teeth and everything. I don't know. This is my heart and soul, ma'am. This is my lifelong dream. I don't know why he would do this to me. I did so much for them.
She and her mother were both arrested. Now, what happens now to the survivors? That's the big question for folks who are still working here at the Purple-Hearted Puppy Rescue. And what we found out tonight is that the folks here at the rescue, well, they almost cared for these animals to death.
They warned me what it was going to be like when we got here, and it's the worst I've ever seen, ever.
For 20 years, Deneen Ballister has worked with animals. Nothing could prepare her for what she saw at Purple-Hearted Puppies Animal Rescue.
How many tears have you shed so far?
Many, and had to leave the building numerous times.
She and a handful of other volunteers are feeding, watering, and caring for almost 200 animals.
We need food, we need blankets, we need help, we need donations, we need anything anybody can do to help us come in and save these dogs.
The vet has only had to put down 2 of the animals tonight. The rest will stay here for the evening. But almost as cruel as the conditions, there's a case of food right outside the kennel of one starving animal.
The part that was the worst is where I saw that the other animals had eaten some of the other animals, and just so they could stay alive and survive.
After as many as 2 weeks on their own, the survivors now have a real chance at rescue.
Some of them are healthier than others. Others just unfortunately aren't going to make it.
Now, volunteers are doing a yeoman's work tonight. They're still here. They've been here for hours. They're asking anyone who can foster, who can volunteer to help with the animals tonight, tomorrow morning, or take some of these animals home, to please show up around 8 o'clock tomorrow here in Somerdale. You can go to the City Hall or the police department and they can give you directions out here. We are off County Road 36 east of Somerdale.